Hello, hello, one and all. Uh, is anybody out there? I've got a picture. I am live. I don't know if I'm live in the right place. So if anybody's out there, this would be a good time. I'll just hang on until. Is there anybody in the building? I can't see any chat yet. We've got someone. Flymed Sherman 1. Hello. Yes. Fantastic. I'm alive. Wonderful. One Anfield Road layout. Hi. How are you all? Yes, I am. I've made it. Oh, what a weekend. What a weekend. Wait until a few more people have arrived. Good evening, Flammo Chairman. Good to have you here. Welcome to the channel. And we'll be doing these every other week on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock is the plan. Although the next few weeks are incredibly busy. I wasn't sure if I'd make this one because we've got a lot of shows on at the moment. We'd like to have more in the future, but at the moment we're doing a show a week for a few weeks, and it's physically quite difficult for me, as many of you will know. So yeah, so I'm just sort of hanging on till a few people arrive, and then we can really get going on the chat, and I'll tell you all about. Yeah, it is. I mean, I was at Gaydon last weekend. I'm going to be at Hayward near Rochdale this coming weekend, and then the week after that we're at Alsager. Alsager's a great show. Gaydon's a great show. Hayden, Hayford. I'm not sure what to make of it yet because I've not been before, so I've got no idea what I'm getting myself in for. But I'm looking forward to it. It's always nice to come to a new show, meet people you haven't met or people that you have, and and see who's there and the layouts as well. Always love going to an exhibition, and it's great because you get to see. Well, I don't need to tell you guys. It's you get inspiration from other people's modeling. So and also, if you're sitting in the right place, if our stall's in the right place, and there's a really nice layout opposite, it's not a bad place to be honest. So yeah. So I'm glad I'm coming through loud and clear. Even got me Nwin's 3D Models t-shirt on. If people are interested in t-shirts, do let me know. I can get them printed. I just assumed that it was a little bit presumptuous that people would actually want them. So if anyone does, then just by all means contact us, and we can get some done. So they're about £10 each, and obviously in a variety of sizes. Always in the white with the Nwin 3D Models logo on the front. So yeah, so we've got 4 at the moment. I don't want to start babbling on and then people turn up. When I think I'm a little bit early for once. I've actually managed to get my head round all the RGJ trains. Hello. Yeah, so as I've been saying, let people arrive, and then we can sort of go into it, and I'm not repeating myself quite as much as I usually do. But the main focus is Gaydon. Just come back from Gaydon. It's the big show that nobody talks about, and I don't understand it, because for me it's my favorite of the big shows. One, it's just about small enough that it's accessible. Two, they've got really nice carpets, and I cannot tell you, when you're walking around all day or working all day or standing or even sitting, carpets make a hell of a difference. It's nice and warm, and you can't always say that of venues. I'm not saying that most are cold, they're not, but it's just right. It's not too hot, not too cold. Nice venue. They've got a nice cafe, and they've got the motor museum as well. I have to apologise for my mower man. Hello. I've got the wrong glasses for reading. It's kind of, so I'm going to look like an old fella doing it. Well, I am an old fella, you know what I mean. But Gaydon, I love Gaydon. And from what I could tell, attendance was down this year. So I'm on a one-man mission to talk up the show. And, you know, it's such a good show. I really, 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 really don't understand why we're not swamped there. It's just brilliant. There's always really nice layouts there, and there were some fantastic ones this year. I am going to do extra videos. So the idea is this: as you know, we're now doing the lives every other Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And then we're doing the usual Timber Surf. Hello, sir. Welcome, 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 one and all. So as you know, we're going to do a live at 8 o'clock every other Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and then the other Tuesdays put a video out. That means it's easier for me when I'm doing content. This live thing will be much easier to do when we've finished the Garden Railway, and a lot is happening on that in the near future. We're finishing a customer layout, and I'll be doing a video on that. And we'll be, and in the summers, this live is going to be outside with the Garden Railway running around. So it's going to look a lot better. Anyway, going back to Gaydon, it's a really fantastic show, and the layouts are always. What I love about that show is it's a big show, but their policy is they don't just show sound and vision 5x5. By the way, is that good or bad? I don't know. But Gaydon, right? It's like their policy when they choose the layouts is they don't just show the extremely brilliant. They do show the extremely brilliant, but they also show a variety of quality of layout, so that you don't feel that it's something that you can't achieve. There's simple layouts. You know, like the children's layouts, and the, you know, some of the smaller layouts, and so on. And you've got some really amazing layouts, and I mean absolutely mind-blowingly brilliant. And it's a really nice mixed, and they're all mixed up nicely. The carpets are comfy, like I said. And with your ticket to go to the exhibition, you also are allowed to go round the motor museum, and that is worth it as well. So make a full day, stay over if you need to, but please, I really can't say enough. Gaydon, I do not understand why it isn't talked about alongside. It's, for me, it's better than the NEC show. It's a lot less hassle than the NEC show. I can't walk around that. It's just too big. there's too much going on, and you know, with Gaydon, it's a friendly show. I know, and good quality carpets as well. um, the nice mixture of layouts. You've got the motor museum, and also it isn't too big, and there's plenty of seating space for people who need to sit down. There's plenty of seats dotted around, and it's just a really nice, clean venue. And it's not like it's like a conference center, so that it's just got a little touch of class in the location as well. And I'm not trying to put other rail exhibitions down. I'm trying to just talk Gaydon up, just to be clear. It's just fantastic. It's a really good show. But this year attendance was really down, and I've noticed when people are talking, they talk about Ali Pali, they talk about Doncaster, they talk about the NEC, and they talk about Statfold as the big shows, and no one really comments very much about Gaydon, and it's brilliant. So I'm on a one-man mission, and then I had an idea, and I want to sound you all out about this. What I thought of doing, because as you know, I go around the shows when it gets a bit quiet, and I do a bit of filming at the shows. So I've got footage of the shows from previous years. And what I thought of doing is on the channel, do an extra video every so often with events that are coming up. Certainly ones that we're attending. If people tell me about other events, that's fine. But what I'll be doing is putting videos together like an advert, so you can actually see what's there, and do a little section on my YouTube channel of shows coming up. So I welcome in the comments what people think of that idea, because like I said, I've got the footage. So just going back through a bit of footage. This is the Gaydon show. This is the Bala show. This is, you know, and this is this. So you can see some of the layouts that have been there, so you can get an idea of the sort of layouts. You can see what the venue's like. You can see some of the trade stands and that are usually there. And I thought there should be a good thing, so that rather than just an advert in print, and I wouldn't be charging the shows for this, or you know, or making this some sort of prescription thing. Basically this would just be put on the channel, so that everyone can see the we're all fine. So yeah, so what do you guys think? Should I do a little advert section on the channel showing upcoming shows? Make a little thing. It'll be quite repetitive, because if I do a few weeks before the show comes up, then obviously, you know, it's going to be a rotating thing of shows that are coming, changing all the time. But I thought if I do that, it's a little video, it's using footage that's already there, so it's not going to be too hard, but it gives people a chance to haven't been to the shows to see what's at the shows. You know, you're going, it's like this weekend I'm going to Hayford, I can't remember the name of it. I'm going for the first time, and I don't know what's there until I get there. So this is the idea I had. But yeah, we need to support the shows as well, because for traders like me, it's the bread and butter, and also for the people who are exhibiting their layouts, quite often it's the highlight of, you know, the highlight of their week or month. So, well, rather than yeah, why don't I do a calendar of events? The idea I had was not so much a calendar of events, is use the YouTube channel for as a YouTube thing and have a regular sort of a video that's updated as the month goes on of shows that are coming up. So you can click on that video and say, okay, this is the shows that Nwins have been to. This is at so and so. This is at so and so. This is at so and so, and you can actually see video of those shows. So that's what I was thinking of, because I just can't believe Gaydon is just never talked about. I don't hear the conversation, you know, when I'm talking to other YouTubers and they're talking about, oh, are you going to go to Ali Pali, or are you going to go to Doncaster or whatever? And very rarely do they, oh, are you going to Gaydon? And I think more people should give it a look, give it a try. It's on next year at the same weekend, and I think it's a really great show. So I'm upping the show, and I'm going to try that little idea. If you don't like it, leave a comment saying, nah, don't do this anymore. You know what I mean? And I'll stop doing the advert. But what I'm thinking of doing is as the month. Fish are friends, not food. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. I had fish for I had fish fingers tonight. You're making me feel guilty now. Anyway, so this is the it is a very good show. It's a spectacular venue. And I want to oh, from Finding Nemo. Right. I haven't seen that film. I'm not a fan of the new Disney stuff. I like the old stuff, you know, the Snow White era, when they actually, you know, it's a little less CGI. But yeah. So what I want to do is talk up the shows, and I thought if I do these little adverts for what's coming up, I can only do video for events that I've been to. But if I've got pictures or people want to send stuff in, then I'll consider that as well. But basically, the idea is that it's like a calendar thing, but it's like a separate program that'll be going out on a separate day that you can click on at any time on my channel to find out what shows are coming up in the next month or two or whatever. And I'll rotate them and modify them so that shows that have been are slightly less. So yeah. So how are you guys doing? You folks doing? What have you been up to? And it's been busy because we've just had Gaydon, and you know, that's one of our, well, it is the biggest show of the year for us. This week we've got Hayward and near Rochdale, and then we've got Alsager the week after that. Then we've got a couple of weeks after that, we've got the exhibition layout at Deganwy. At the dark side, yes. I sort of I've been drifting into the dark side. So, Timbersurf, I'll be sorry not to see you there, but what I'll do is, as usual, when I've been to a show, if there's time to do footage, I'll do a little video of the shows as well. So, Taunton. Yes, I believe that's a big one. And you see, Taunton for me is a bit far. But again, if the folks that organised Taunton were to contact me with a few photos, I could put a mention on that. You know what I mean? It wouldn't just be, it wouldn't just be for the local shows that to me or the shows that I go to. The idea is that it's just a way of last time in the Bentley Club, are they moving it somewhere else? I imagine that's quite an expensive place. This is the Old Sages show, by the way, folks. The Old Sages show is at the Bentley Club at Bentley Motors, and it is a very posh venue, as you can imagine. But I'm imagine they're knocking it down. Well, to be honest, that thing didn't even exist when I worked there. That shows how long ago that was. But yeah, but it's a very posh venue for a model railway exhibition, and I'll be there. And one of the highlights of Alsager, for those that don't know, is that Daypol turn up and they sell their returns. These are, say, locomotives that have come back for repairs. They've replaced them with a new locomotive. They fix them and they sell them at a discount at Alsager. So it is definitely worth it for that. If nothing else. And us, Enwins are going to be there. So you'll be able to see our trade stand. So Alsager is worth doing. Deganwy, which is in Llangollen, next month, I think it's the third weekend, we will have our exhibition layout, Duff Ales. Not the trade stand, we'll have our exhibition layout. And that'll be its last outing this year. We are going to start work on a new exhibition layout. We're not going to retire the old one. We've just got the itch. So, and that brings me to an update on our layout. The one that I was planning to sell didn't sell, and I've decided with my father we're going to modify it. We're going to knock it down, and we're going to repurpose that into part of the exhibition layout. So we've changed the plan for the exhibition layout, and it's still going to be 00 and 009, but it's going to change in terms of Deganwy, D rather than B, but yes, and that's right. Thank you, Timber Surf. It is a nice now Deganwy. I'll tell you about Deganwy. It's in a little tiny community centre. It's one of those little tiny venues in a shoebox, and they've got lots of micro layouts around. They don't have any huge ones. They've got lots of really detailed micro layouts, lots of 009. It's a really nice exhibition. It's nice and small. There's plenty of it's nice and easy to get around if you're in terms of space, but it's also very tight. The space is very tight, so it fills up quite quickly. It feels quite busy, but the secret for me about Deganwy is we found a really good chip shop nearby. So that is our we're going to do the exhibition. It's a one-day exhibition on the Saturday. Have Duff Ales. Now, the big Dutch show. I've not been to the Dutch show. And I don't think they'd want our little layout because they wouldn't pay the costs it would cost us to get there. But I imagine some of the big British layouts would be interested in going if they were to pay for it. So yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, if someone sends me details of shows around the world, that would be good too. We can put those up. But I'll only be putting video footage of the ones that I've filmed video of, because that way I am showing what I know to be, if you like, what I know to be true, and giving you an honest sort of look. But I'd welcome thoughts on what people think. Right. I have not. I have not heard of that show, to be honest. To be honest, I ought. Transport. Pardon me. Is a bit of a problem for me at the moment. So. Oh, right. Yeah, well, that's the beauty of TT120. It really does allow you to get an awful lot into a small space, and it is. It is. I like TT120, but I'm heavily invested in 009 and 00, so I'm going to stick with those. But I do get it, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't understand why people see it as as something to get upset about. It's another scale. It's another way of modeling. No, it's not in the Bentley showrooms. It's in like their social club. Um, the Old Sages show. It's a special. I think it's a gym. Um, yeah, I use the Model Railway directory, but what I thought of doing in terms of my little thing is that I can show a bit of video. So it's sort of not to replace the Model Railway directory, which is brilliant. I just want to complement it and sort of show a bit of video of upcoming shows so that people can see what's coming, and also boost the shows a little bit, because if people come to the shows, they'll see our trade stand, so I'd benefit from it anyway without being paid. Yeah, I mean, we sell a lot of TT120 stuff now, because there's demand for everything. So we've got quite a range of TT120. In fact, we've just launched a new diesel engine shed, sort of an early diesel engine shed, from the early period, in TT120. We've also got in both TT120, 009 stroke 00 and 7 mil, we now do a diesel fueling depot. So you've got like your big tank, and your fuel pump to fill up the diesels. So yeah, we can supply those as well, at the website www.nwinsmodels.co.uk. Google search Nwins 3D models and you'll find us. And yeah, so we've got those are available. We haven't got a price yet on the diesel shed. I've only just finished painting it, to be honest, and we got it at Gaydon for people to have a look at. And we sold quite a few. Well, didn't sell quite a few. It's a bit surprising. What we sold was the unusual loco. We've got a little loco that Mark Holcroft did in a fit of madness, and he's put the front end of a tractor onto a caravan, and he's put that onto a tram, and yeah, it's yes, we're on the Wirral, but we're not a shop. We're just online. So you'll be disappointed if you turn up. We're just a house. We do it all by post, or you can phone up. Top Gear style. Well, I've got a YouTube channel. I used to make TV programs on motoring. So yeah, so we've got Nwins models for the model railways. Another thing I'm thinking of doing, I call the channel Nwins Models in brackets Lifestyle Unleashed, because the yeah, that's the idea, to anything to promote the channel, the shows we will do. But we've called the channel Enwin's Models in brackets Lifestyle Unleashed because the old name of this channel was Lifestyle Unleashed. I think everyone now knows we're Enwin's Models. Does anyone mind if I drop the Lifestyle Unleashed bit from the title, because I think it's now getting confusing, and I welcome your feedback on that. We are Enwin's Models. It's not just about our products, it's about what we do and where we see. Thank you. I'll take that on board. I mean, the reason I did it was because we were originally Lifestyle Unleashed. Then we changed the name to Enwin's Models to fit in with the sorry, I lost my thread then. The MS does this. I go into the kitchen, forget why I'm there. Well, I used Enwin's Models because then it was getting less confusing that when I talked about the model store, but I didn't want to drop Lifestyle Unleashed at first until people got used to the transition. I think people now know I'm Enwin's Models. So if nobody's upset with me ditching the Lifestyle Unleashed, I will change the channel in name in so much as I'll drop the Lifestyle Unleashed. I hope that no one is going to be confused by that. Thank you, Flymo Chairman. The idea was basically it was just for the transition, and I think I've given it over a year of transition now, so I think I can now drop the Lifestyle Unleashed. Because originally it wasn't just a model railway channel, it was going to be drones and things like that. But I've got a new channel called Yes You Can, which is about living with disability, and I'm going to be doing all the drone reviews and things like that there. So yeah, well, it was meant to be. Yeah, the idea was that Lifestyle Unleashed was supposed to be a broad variety of subjects, and then I found myself getting more viewers and more interest in the model railway stuff. It also fitted in with the model railway website and trade stand, so this became sort of purely model railways. So, yeah. So right, that's it. I will do that. I will call it Enwin's Models. So you're all in on the news before everybody else. So, I don't know what other news there is. We've got a customer layout which we've got to be finishing. Well, the idea with Yes You Can is it's living with, so it's a new channel, and basically it's about living with disability, but all the things you can get and do to work around it, and and experiences being disabled. So, but it's not about being, oh, my life's horrible, I'm disabled. It's about, oh, I found this great gadget and it's brilliant, and I wish I'd known about it years ago because I'd have used it all the time. If somebody's got a supercharged 1000cc mobility scooter, get in touch. Ah, yes. Now, that's something I'd love to do. They had Top Gear, they created brand new forms of motorsport. I want to see racing mobility scooters because, let's face it, it's there. It's gonna happen. I think I'd love to be part of that. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down fighting. Blades on the wheels and everything, gladiator style, or Ben-Hur. Anyway, yeah. So this channel's become more railways, and So anyway. Well, if you know anybody who is disabled or is interested in the subject of disability or markets products for disabilities, Yes You Can is the channel, and the link is in the description. I've got several channels. There's Enwins Motors, Enwins Models, Yes You Can. I've got a travel one, which is Lifestyle Unleashed, in brackets travel. So that's the Lifestyle Unleashed one now. And that probably got very little travel and an awful lot of silliness. I basically do little sketches and things on there, and I'm going to be filming some more sketches as well, as I can't move around much. I'm just dragging people to me and filming all sorts of things, and we'll be doing that in the future. And also so basically the idea is that this becomes more focused on the model railways, and well, has been more focused on the model railways, and we've got a lot happening. We've got a customer layout we've got to finish, which is very nearly finished actually, and I'm rather pleased with the way that's coming out. I've done some video. I will talk to the customer first, because obviously I don't want to put a video out without their permission. It is somebody's Christmas present, so I don't want to say too much more, because out of fairness to the person whose birthday it is. But if they're going to give me permission, I will do that. Yeah, superpower mobility scooter. When I was in the Netherlands at a car show, there's a gang of fellas who put on like old masks, and they basically do stunts with mobility devices, you know, wheelies and things like that, and they put moped motors on them, and they're just brilliant. And they go around all the shows doing wheelies and all that. They're brilliant nutters, absolute nutters. You'll find them on my Enwins Motors channel. You will find my Yes You Can channel link in the description. If it isn't in the description, give me a kick and I'll put it in the description, because on all the videos. So what I'll do is when I update this, I'll put all the links in there, and people will be able to find me through that. Not in the description. Right, I shall fix that. I will fix that. Oh yes, now 250cc motor and a mobility scooter. That's my kind of medicine. So supercharged mobility scooters. Anybody who knows, I'm up for that. Yeah, a Hayabusa. See, this is what now you've nailed it on the head. This is what I'm talking about with Yes You Can. Mobility scooters do not have to be boring. Also, there's other things as well, you know, like, yeah, exactly. So I think what we need to do is sort of focus on the fun side, or make it fun, or help people make it fun. And, you know, I think there should be tuning companies who tune up mobility scooters on the sly. So you can, you know, that was sort of really, yeah, make us the bad boys of the mobility world. The police chasing after mobility scooters. I did see one once on the M53 motorway, and he's going down the hard shoulder. He's obviously gone down the slip road, and the police came down, all the blues and twos and the lights flashing, and they went one in front of him, one in behind him, and escorted him to the next exit. It was brilliant. Not for the right reasons, but it was hilarious. That's what we want. So yeah, so I intend to go down fighting, and go down with a smile on my face. And anybody who wants to help out with the with a buy me a coffee or whatever, I'm trying to get a mobility chair that will allow me to move around a bit more at the shows, and will actually allow me to get out the house. And the problem is, they are arguing over whether I am disabled enough. And anybody who's seen me will know how disabled I am. And yeah, so I've got to. I'm facing a bit of a battle to get a scooter or a chair. You know, so yeah. I want to know what 20 miles an hour on a mobility scooter feels like before I give up the ghost. I know 20 miles an hour does not sound like I know that it doesn't sound very exciting or very fast, but 20 miles an hour on a mobility scooter will probably be terrifying, and I'm all for it. So yeah. Right. Trying to think any other news. So yeah, so timeline. This week we've got this show. Next week I'll put a video out on the show at the weekend a little bit later in the week, but on Tuesday I'll put a video on Gaydon. Okay. And then 2 weeks today, we'll have just finished Alsager. So I'll do another one of these. And I'll talk about Alsager and what went on. Yeah, corners. My brother sent us a clip on Facebook of someone who put a motorbike motor in a mobility scooter. And they were drifting it sideways. That takes an awful lot more guts than I've got, I'll admit, but I'm all for trying. I'm all for trying. If you're gonna go out in style. You know, it's like Spike Milligan said, I want to die in my sleep, like my granddad did, not screaming and terror like the people who were in the car with him at the time. Oh dear. Right. So I know this is sort of short, but I am super knackered. I could hardly walk yesterday, so I thought I did rather well being able to do this today. So next week there'll be a video on Gaydon on the Tuesday. Later in the week there will either be an extra video on the show at the weekend, or I will put that video out after the next live, which is 2 weeks today at 8 o'clock. And the non-live videos go out on a Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. I'm sure you all agree or all know. Is there anybody who has not subscribed to the channel? Put your hands up now. If you haven't, please do. You know, I really do need to get to 1,000. Colin Furze did one 70 miles an hour. I don't think I've got the guts to go on a mobility scooter, modified or not, at 70 miles an hour. I'm to be honest, I don't think I'd be comfortable on a mobility scooter tied down to a trailer at 70 miles an hour, unless someone was going to give me £1 million for doing it. I've done some crazy things in the past. That's the kind of stunt that I'd need to be paid for, and paid handsomely. I don't mind if people want to do a whip round, but it would take £1 million. I'd want to get paid well for that one. So yeah. And yeah, so basically I'm trying anything I can to save up anything I can get to get a mobility scooter or electric chair, so that, well, preferably a folding electric chair so that I can, you know, fold it up and take it to shows and get around a little bit, because it's getting more difficult now. So, right, that's basically where we're up to. So the next few weeks videos have been highlighted. I will come up with that advert for shows coming up to put in between the videos. And by all means, do tell people about this. I will be putting it up again so that people can look back at it. So by all means, spread the word about the channel, tell people about us, and also, like I said, next week there will be a video on Gaydon at 6:30, and the week after that we are doing the live at 8 o'clock, and in between there may be an extra video on the show from this weekend. And then after the live next week, in a fortnight's time, I'll put a little video of whatever I could put together at Alsager, depending how busy I am on that weekend. So I think that pretty well wraps it up. I know these are pretty short and sweet, but until we've got trains running around, I find it a little bit difficult. But hopefully it's still enjoyable for you all. I hope that every single one of you stays well and healthy, and the same for all your families and friends. As we're coming up to the cold time of year, look after everyone and look after yourselves as well. And like I said, please, please, please spread the word about the channel. We do want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you guys have been fantastic. You've been great support, and I cannot thank you enough for being early adopters and early visitors to the channel. I do appreciate it. We are hopefully going to grow. Right. Thank you, everyone. Unless as anybody got anything that they want to flag up before we go? I will, and I do apologize. Yes, the Yes You Can channel. I need to do more on that channel. I neglected it a little bit to catch up on this channel and the Motors channel. I'm now close to, I've got 2 more videos on the Motors channel, and then I've got a load of videos to take me right through December, so that I can actually focus a little bit more on Yes You Can. And I'm hoping for some good news that will lead to me doing the first review of a mobility vehicle of some sort. I will update you when I get that information, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that if not this year, early next year, I will be able to waddle around on a so far unmodified electric device, and it won't be an electric toothbrush. Right, thank you very much, folks, for watching. All take care. Have a fantastic fortnight. I will see you at the same time, in the same place, 8 o'clock, Tuesday, in 2 weeks' time, whatever the date is, because I've forgotten. Cheers, everybody.